I require your shirt.
Keep coming back. That's gotta prepare for.
All right, bye. Yes, these are my truth shoes. They truth shoes? Finding them again is the real challenge.
It was around. Yeah, it was around here. There they are.
Always a pleasure. I mean, officers.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
Something underneath?
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
I see you, like that high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Give me the armor.
Yeah, armor.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat, but so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
All right, why'd you really put the clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling, so I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left. So I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. CLI officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
It's difficult to say what the lieutenant
Yeah, what are you
thinks of
talking about?
this historic apology. His face
He has
does
a
not belie
Zeolite friend.
emotions.
All right, do you know who did this?
I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore.
All right, we're done.
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word.
All right, we're done with you. Now then. One moment, please. Get my... Huh. All right. What was the other thing I put on for...
Your shoes?
Oh, yeah. Where's my... Go.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
All right. Hey, are you the guy we're looking for?
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Your wife.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn waterlock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
It's been fixed.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary! We can go soon! If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
His hands are large and weather-worn, but also used to delicate, precise work. For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
All right. Tell me about it.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialized techniques to protect itself from predators or scientists in our present case.
All right. What are you talking about?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defenses that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
Uh-huh.
But I cannot describe how these defenses work, much less how they evolve, without studying a live specimen.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
How big is it?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
All right. What have you discovered so far?
very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one.
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
Yeah.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
There was a sighting.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Did it die out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Uh-huh.
Yes, the females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
This arouses no special feelings.
And it shouldn't. Nature does not concern herself with ethical propositions. As a scientist, my interest is strictly dispassionate.
There's nothing dispassionate about the way he talks about the insect.
Tell me about the traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
They work.
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimens delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
This seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism.
Just for me? Thank you. What if they don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
Okay, how about something else?
Yes. What?
No, that's it. Okay. Nothing else out here, but I know that there's other stuff in general. Up on this section. Huh. Oh, yeah.
Who's stuffing money into all these places?
Don't worry
Many
about
people
it.
are
I leveled
forgetful.
up off of that one. All right, so I could spend
Okay,
one
now you have a lot of
point on
skill points. See?
conceptualization, right?
Like now, yeah, go. You know what? Go ahead.
I mean,
You
it's still strange. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? I will admit it is a bit strange when you well no, you've upgraded your motorics about as much.
Hang on. Okay.
Except for interfacing and composure and reaction speed, and
I'm going to give
literally
myself
half
a point of
them.
endurance because
That's
we've
a
been
very
needing
good idea. Yeah.
it. I should probably get all my motorics to 5. I guess.
5 piece.
Yeah.
5.
And then my other stats I'm going for are blue. So my encyclopedia is pretty bad. My rhetoric's pretty bad. They probably have subtractions on here. I know encyclopedia does. We're probably okay in general. I think I'll just do those points for now. Save the other 2. Okay, what do we got here?
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
Yeah.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
All right, what are you doing here?
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Huh.
Nice to meet you.
Hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
Okay. Well, what was that about the windows?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. so they didn't have windows on the south wall.
So, you know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into verbs lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
What? What? Huh? I expect this kind of language out of Empire. What are you talking about?
No, this is always what Esprit de Corps is like.
Yeah.
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical, and Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D?
I don't need to... Okay. Look at it.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
Hey, what's R&D?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, research and technological development.
Maya Kalpa, you are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
Anyway, who?
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
And what was that?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
What's that?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
Oh, I was hoping you'd tell me.
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
Huh.
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
What happened to the engineers?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
Yeah, what did they do with those?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases, the most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
What?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album Bon Baiser dans le Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
How they work.
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware. 10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center?
Yeah, did you?
He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wumpty
Thank you,
Dumpty
everybody.
Dum Center?
They all got my
And
back.
Who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
You're gonna have to back up, sir.
The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
Damn, is this guy fucking with me?
Yeah, seriously.
No,
In
you
fact,
the
I'm not.
Wumpty Dumpty
The
Dum
Wompty Dumpty Dum
Center.
Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should
Okay.
return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
I mean, they can't, but I want to select 3. All right.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The felt playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
The what?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the felt playback experience, but those are incorrect.
Okay, why?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
All right, something else.
But of course, what else?
All right, thanks.
No, thanks to you.
You
for
have
having
some
the endless
cash.
I don't
Mikhail
need
here
it
to pick your
anymore.
brain.
Can I have
Very
some
interesting
money?
conversation indeed.
We already spent several skill points
Please, sir.
trying to ask that question.
Please, sir. I just need some doubloons.
Shine, you just gotta shine the flashlight in his face.
Find him.
Also, I gotta see what that fucking thought's about.
Yeah, hold on. I want it. I want this. We will get there. So much more out there.
You're not even at the church.
Yeah.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic
Ah.
dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
I don't need to call anyone.
Yeah. You,
Okay.
oh, can you fast travel now?
Wait. Yes, I can travel. Why?
Because I guess you're close enough to the church so it registers. So it's like specifically, I don't think it was the benches. I think you can only fast travel 3 specific points.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Okay.
Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. There you go.
It's Wednesday evening, and something heinously exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof of oddly shaped trophy building, sipping wine and exchanging opinions. 29-year-old Wonder Twin Guy and Keith Just are the stars of the show, with their bomber jackets and white sneakers, head curator of this art exhibition. It's the Wumpty Dumpty Dummiest event of the year, and and all the cool kids have RSVP'd. Where are you if you're not there?
I don't need suggestion. So what?
Do you care about this thought?
Very much.
Slightly.
Lim, go for it.
It's gonna be bad. I know it. I know it's gonna be bad.
It'll be Wumpty Dumpty
Stop
Dumpty.
internalizing it now, then.
Hey, you can still just take it off and just have an empty spot.
I know.
Just be Wump. You just gotta be Wumpty
As long as
Dumpty
you do it
Dumpty.
before 42 minutes have passed.
No.
I mean, you can,
I
wait.
could.
I mean, if you're convinced, if you're upset with it, stop using it.
No.
Yes.
Nah, it's fine. It's one of those things where I need to know. I need to know what's gonna happen with this. It was.
You don't.
No, I do because I pointed it out, and then 3 of my stats pointed it out. We gotta interact with it. So, oh, hello.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
All right, what's
Dripping
inside?
water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
Hey, can you figure out what's in there?
No. I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Huh?
What's the problem?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I pass my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
His hands lead the way when it comes to that. And his shoulders. It's reflex.
Okay. Now then, clothing.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
All right, but we're gonna look at it.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Why not?
It's a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it is.
But my pockets are infinite, it seems.
How
Who
many
knows what
pairs of
stats it
sunglasses?
gives?
Not a good tarp. Oh, but we can bust open this box. Give me that postcard. Why are we painting tarps? Oh! That's good if I really need an encyclopedia check, I guess.
Yup.
Oh, okay, there's stuff way out there. How do I get out there? I guess I'm going.
Out and around. Whee!
Oh. Oh,
Oh, that's the church. Oh,
this is the church. Okay.
That is the church.
Where did Kim go? Okay, there he is. I lost him. Oh, yeah.